I just want to sit with you and converse with you, connect with you, enlighten you, teach you, and learn something from you. Madam Merkaba, I'm so grateful for your love and your support. It means so much for me. You've been with me through many, many things, silently and publicly. I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my light. Madam Merkaba.
That's
Merkaba.
where I can see far.
Hello. Good evening, honey. Good night, good morning, wherever you are, whoever you are, whose ever you are. Come on in here, Jolly L. Yes, honey. I think this weekend is going to be the night. I think this weekend is going to be the weekend. Okay. We need to do something for the first come first servers, honey. I remember back in the day they would be like first come first serve. We need to do something for my first come first serve people. Listen, I appreciate y'all love and support, y'all. It's so amazing, honey. I had a crazy dream the other night about a few of you. So I know I seen something in the future. Hello. And we're gonna keep it there, honey. Ow, because we want that to come into fruition. Come on in here. Anyway, so of course tonight, you guys, it's about raising your vibrations and your frequencies and to prepare for the new moon that is the 27th. We got 2 more fucking days, honey. I know y'all excited. Typically around the new moon, or especially around this time, energy is really, really hectic for me. And of course, things are being cleared out and dying down a bit. And it's amazing. So, of course, before we jump into this, I want to, of course, give a shout out, to my supporters, viewers, contributors, you know, lovers, sweeters, suitors, whatever the hell you want to call yourself, honey. I say kindred spirit, honey, because regardless of whatever happens, you and I were meant to connect, right? You and I were meant to come into each other's life, and that is so beautiful. And although we may have ups and downs, and who knows, maybe some of you may exit out my life, honey. Who knows? I think everything happens for a reason, and sometimes it's only for a season. But anyway, we trust the divine will, and we trust the universe. So I want to first remind you about manifesting, or the word manifest. Of course, it is to show or display a quality of feeling by one's acts or appearance and demonstrate, right? So that is saying that you are the physical manifestation of your desires and or what you're trying to attract to you. Okay. Those saying is if you want a good man, you got to be a good woman or a good man, depends on your story. But it's really, really, really that simple. And of course, going into the final or the next one, be evidence of or proof. And last but not least, we also have become apparent through the appearance of symptoms, right? And of course, they go, this manifesting something. So basically, it's bringing something into reality, taking something from another dimension, another realm, okay, and actually bring it into this third dimension, right? This level of understanding. Now, of course, going into the last but not least manifestation, we're going into the actual meaning of it because, of course, you got to tell people the layman's terms and the real term. Either way, the word manifestation means to create something or turn something from an idea into a reality. Okay. It says into a reality. It didn't say into reality. So that means that my reality is different from your reality, boo boo. And that means that your world is experienced through your perception and what comes through your heart. That's why I will not sit here and argue about anything with anybody that's not on this frequency. And there's no tea, there's no shade with that. Okay. In psychology, manifestation generally means using our thoughts, feelings, and beliefs to bring something to our physical reality. And that's kind of what we're going to focus on tonight. Very simple, very, quickly, very white, very light, and definitely motherfucking polite. Okay. Anywho, no pun intended, but pun intended. So we're going to go into, first of all, breaking down kind of how things work. Okay. We touched over a couple of days ago. Oh, that's not the right one. Excuse me. We touched on this a couple of weeks ago, how each chakra that's in your body is actually connected to your hands. Okay. Once you learn how to activate these chakras, then you're able to use this energy to maneuver, go through above and beyond what is that you need to get done. Okay. Hello. Okay. So we learned this here, and we know that the root connects with the, etheric, et cetera, et cetera. Just went over this. If you need to go back, you can definitely go back and check that out. I think this is going to be a beautiful um, picture to put on here as we discuss. We're going to be discussing tonight the importance of setting up your energy and your sacred space that you're going to be using for all of your work. Now, believe it or not, sacred space is just where you're at. Okay. So there's not no, oh, my room's my sacred space, for the time being, because unless you own that house and you know for sure you're going to be there until the day you die, then of course that's going to become someone else's sacred spaces. So literally going into the term sacred space, it's you, going into the stand I mentioned last week, people said there's nothing but space and opportunity. Okay. Yes. There's nothing but space and opportunity always around you. So creating that space, that sacred space, whatever space you're going to work in, whether it's your bedroom, your bathroom, your hotel, your car, depending on your story. Like I said, I'm not judging. Okay. So you need to understand that each space already has energy there. We talked about this before where people have been in haunted places, people have been in crazy situations like poltergeists, and they thought that maybe a demon was there. They thought that maybe someone had passed away, and their soul stayed. But in reality, people can leave energy blueprints or imprints where they're at. A house is filled with hostility, aggression, and even anxiety and depression. Typically, when the people move out, the next one that moves in could actually feel that energy. So now your house is making noises, your house is moving around, you're feeling energy, you can't sleep at night. And that's I'm very big on before I move into a house to cleanse it. Like the first 3 days, I do not move into that house. If I relocate somewhere, the first 3 days I stay in a hotel and or, I've been blessed, 2 of the times I moved to actually have the new place and still be in my old place. So I was able to stay at the old place for the 3 days while the new place is being cleansed out. And of course, a whole bunch of shit, huh? We did a whole bunch of tea because you just never know. Okay, people might have been psychopaths and serial killers. Either way, clearing this space is very simple. Okay, if you are in a space like a hotel room, clearly you're not going to be there that long. Once again, you're renting a room, whatever your situation, even if you live here long term, you want to clear this space for what it is you're going to use it for. Very simple. Of course, we heard of Palo Santo. We've heard of saging the room. We've heard of, if you're not into that, we call it magical smoke, where you smoke the room out with incense, sage, or even just herbs. There's times where I've taken sage and I sprinkle cinnamon on it, nutmeg on it, and even put olive oil on it. So anyway, so you'll make a sacred smoke or a magical smoke with it. But if you cannot do that, that will not stop you from creating this sacred space or clearing this space with low vibrational or energy that is not in the realm or the space or the vibrational frequency that you're trying to manifest or you're trying to pull in. So simple things like, of course, putting plants in the room. Simple things by charging and clearing and putting crystals in the room. Simple things by hanging a picture that you love, or putting things you love in the space. These are very simple, easy ways to clear out that space. If you want to be, more in depth with it, more, however you want to be, over the top, dramatic, exaggerant, it's totally up to you. Then of course you go into the saging and also the good shit. Also throwing shit out, decluttering. If that's your type of space, everything around you is fucked up, cluttered, not clean. Organize shit, throw shit out that does not serve you. Paper, whatever, items you don't use. Get rid of that shit. And then once you've done that, okay, now you're able to actually, okay, bring the intention, okay, the intention into the room, okay? So once again, you want to clear the space, Okay, clear the space from negative energy. Okay. Once again, you may not know what that energy is, and you don't, you shouldn't care, because now your attention and intention is being shifted to a whole nother place that you don't want to be. And now that's just more work you're going to have to do. Now, going into charging up the space, there's no right or wrong way. And I know everybody do things differently. This is what I do. This is how I do things. This keeps me fresh. This keeps me charged up. This keeps my intentions pure. It keeps me focused on the target or the situation, whatever it is I'm trying to do. This keeps me focused. And, regardless of what I'm thinking about throughout the day, who I'm thinking about, what happened, maybe I had to cuss somebody out. And now we're trying to work on love and bringing in peace, balancing that energy, right? That chaotic energy. Um, it's important to, once again, to charge this place up and to bring power into this place. So, of course, like I said, I know people that charge up candles a certain way. I've never heard of this until, one of my sisters told me how they charge their stuff up. Okay. And they actually take tea light candles and they actually put the tea light candles around the candles that they're going to be using, or whatever item they're going to use. They're going to, well, I'll stick with theirs. They use candles for the lights. The candles they're going to use, they use voltage or tea lights to charge that up. So kind of like the energy of these little candles adds up to then empower the larger candle. And then, of course, she would charge that up for a couple of days, weeks and months. And she gets good results from that. But of course, to be simple, and maybe you don't have weeks and months to wait or days to wait, you can do the same intention by, once again, getting a small candle, tea light candle, votive candle. You can go to Dollar Tree and get a candle. Charge that candle up. Very simple, very quick. White. It should be white. Of course, you will anoint it. You do not have to dress it, but use olive oil, which is soothing. And then, of course, you put that candle in the middle of the room. And, of course, around the items that you're going to be using in your rituals. And you let it burn down to completion. This is why I say use a tea light or votive, because you use a big old pillar that's 108 hours, then you got to let that shit charge up for 108 hours. And then guess what? You can't let that bitch and that hoe inside that damn motherfucking space. Okay? I just like saying that. That bitch now. That bitch now. I just love that, y'all. There's just certain things I heard over the years that I just love using. That bitch, that hoe. Anyway, getting about that. So, of course, like I said, you're going to charge that room up, that space up. And then see, now we're getting into setting the platform. Now we're getting into touching into all of your dimensions. We're going into the physical, we're going into the mental, we're going into the spiritual. So now you're setting this all up, because now your mental body is getting involved in this. Now your spiritual body is getting involved in this. Now your physical body is getting involved in this, because you're actually preparing to do something. And we know that we're designed to do that naturally. And this is why I think a lot of people do not get what they need to get, or what they're trying to manifest, and they do rituals and stuff, because they don't set up the space for what it is they're trying to bring through. And I tell y'all, I'm a very love and light person. I will only do negative work if I need to do negative work, and I do not do that in my home. Okay. Back in the day, I did that, and a lot of bad shit went down. I said, bitch, we ain't doing that no more. And there was no backfiring. There was no spells being sent back to me. But bitch, that energy was so heavy that things happened. Like the electricity went out in the damn room. Just random shit, crazy shit, where I'm just like, bitch, what the fuck is going on in here now? So I will not do that type of energy work in my home, my sacred space that I dwell in. So, like I said, I think people skip that, and that's why things does not work out for them, because they don't charge their stuff up, they don't prepare themselves, they don't, write things out. And of course, you don't write things out. That's okay, because I'm not a writer neither. Okay, bitch. Hello. I hate writing shit down. Okay. I'm not even a texter, bitch. Hello. And when I do text, I do voice to text. When it comes to emails, I do voice to email. Bitch, I hate writing. I hate, girl, no shade. Okay. I hate that shit. But more power to y'all who love to do that. So either way, charging this room up, setting this space up for what your rituals are doing. Once again, it allows all of your bodies to be involved. Your heart space now, because now you're becoming connected to this space. Once again, the dwelling, the four walls, you're dealing with dimensional measurements. And like I said, all this stuff adds up. Okay. And once again, you're preparing yourself so nothing or no one is distracting you. You can have a baby on your hip, you can have a baby inside of your hip, whatever. You might have little children running around, you might have a mom or dad next door being nosy trying to see what the fuck you're doing in your room, whoever, whatever. Okay. But you are fully focused and not distracted on what's going on outside of this sacred space, y'all. And that's really, really beautiful. Okay. I don't know about y'all, but to me, that's motherfucking beautiful and very, very, very powerful. Another thing that you can do to charge up the room, okay, if you don't want to use candles, because, I got to include all this, making some type of room cleanser spray, with frankincense and myrrh. Rose water is very simple, very easy. If you do not know, flowers, raise the vibration and frequencies very quickly, very effectively. Depends on what you're trying to pull in. You will need different types of roses. If you're like me, you're able to either go to the Japanese garden, or you got neighbors that grow the flowers, raw, mums, orchids, carnations, different colors. I mean, girl, what? I think this bitch had like a something. It was some weird flower this lady had. And I asked her, what kind of flower is that? And she said, oh, this is related to the carnations. And it was a weird looking ass flower too. But like I said, depending on what you're trying to manifest, will depend on what type of flowers you're getting. And if you don't, you're like, listen, I don't got time for that. Just go get you some flowers. Get you some rose water, rose, oil. Get you some rose petals. Sprinkle it around the space. That also clears things out, charge things up. Once again, lighting incense, all that good stuff. It's totally up to you. Something also very simple, very effective is taking water, adding salt to that water, and sprinkling it around the room as well. No, you don't got to say nothing special. I use this to cleanse and charge up the room. You don't got to say that. You just sprinkle that water down, and the salt and the water know what it needs to do. That's why we pray over things. We say, thank you, God, for the water that we're using to cleanse this room out. We're so thankful for the spirits over the water for making it possible. Whatever. You be grateful with that, and that also charge up that energy. So like I said, the water and the salt knows exactly what it needs to do. Okay. Moving it right along to the last but not least thing, because all this shit is important, bruh. Okay. And don't let that bitch in that hotel you different. Okay. Last but not least is setting the intention. See, I mean, maybe they don't want to tell y'all this, but I've seen a lot of gitches. We're gonna call them gitcha, not witches. They gitches. They like to get your money, bitch. You don't give a fuck about the work that they're doing for you, honey. They like to get ya. We're gonna call them gitches, girl. These fucking gitches. I've seen these. I've seen these gitches. I've seen these gitches. And they be like, today we're going to show you how to do a blah, 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 blah. And they just jump straight into it. They don't give y'all a warning. They don't say, make sure you clean your hands. Make sure you wash your feet. Make sure you leave your shoes out at the door, spiritually speaking. They don't say, make sure your intentions is coming into this pure. They just say, you want to get work done. You want to fuck this bitch up. You want to fuck this man, whatever. They just jump straight into it. I'm just like, baby, we need to set the intention. Like, girl, when we're about to cook in the kitchen, we set the intention. Do we or do we not? When we're about to go use the number 2, the bathroom, number 1 or number 2, don't we set our intention? Bitch, when we're about to get up and go drive, don't we set our intention? So everything we do, we're setting our intention, except for with magic. And it's like the intention is not about writing shit down on a piece of paper and placing it in the candle. Intention is actually speaking it out loud too, because words have power. Come on in here. And of course, you cannot say with your tongue, with your mouth, because of course we're doing incantation spells. We're doing air magic when you're talking out loud any motherfucking way. When you think it, you're now shifting that energy even powerful. I told you this before. We have the inside voices and we have the outside voice. When they say use your inside voices, I used to get confused about that because I'm like, inside my head, or what type of voice are we talking here? And not saying like inside your head, like voices are talking and you're answering, and we're saying like the inside voices, okay, or the inside voice could be heard throughout the whole universe, right? The words that you speak right now with your tongue could only be heard with those who can hear that. Because, of course, that sends out energy and frequency. But once again, just like with any type of receiver, any type of transmitter, if there's walls or something blocking it, then that energy is also being blocked. So I like to say things to myself, especially when I'm praying and stuff. That's to say, it's a little awkward for me. When I do stuff with people, and speak my stuff out loud, that's a little awkward for me. I like to pray with my inside voice, honey. Okay, not my outside voice, because things are heard in other dimensions and other realms, and the aliens and in Andromeda, honey. I want them to hear that type of thing. You know what I mean? The Kappa, Alpha, Beta, Jetas. I want them to feel it. And so anyway, so we want to set our intention, and the power that comes with intention is directing. Oh, come on in here. It is directing energy into the place it needs to be directed to. See, that's the whole point of it, setting the intention. See, when you set the intention of cooking in that damn kitchen, see, if you don't know how to cook, you don't understand that. If you don't cook, you don't know how to cook. You like to eat your make dankies, McNasties. You like to eat your fucking Winn-Dixies, disgusting ass shit. Anyway, you don't understand that. But people who like to go shopping, like, bitch, you're like, ooh, I'm making a good meal tonight. Like, you setting that intention, bitch. You're like, do I want to do D'Italia, or do I want to do fettuccine alfredo? Like, honey, like, you're really setting that intention. Then when you actually get into the damn kitchen, you like, damn, like, I can see myself sometimes even making the shit before I make the shit. Where I'm like, what is that gonna look like? And I see myself stirring the sauce or whatever I'm making, like, ooh, that's gonna be nasty. A prime example, even tonight. Okay, I made some soba noodles, millet and brown rice soba noodles. I got me some liquid fucking amino acid, and I got me some fucking gluten-free teriyaki sauce. Goddamn, bitch. Why did I not read the liquid amino acid, y'all? I literally grabbed that because I'm like, ooh, this is a healthy alternative to put inside the food. Totally fucking forgot that it said soy sauce. It said soy sauce alternative. Bitch, when I tell y'all that fucking vegetable stir fry was salty, girl, it was so salty, bitch. Y'all, I almost passed the fuck out. I'm sitting here drinking lemonade, ginger ale, girl, to try to I'm just coughing up a motherfucking lung because that girl, like, it was a fucking bomb. I said, now I know what I need to do if you want to fuck a bitch up with food, bitch. You get you some liquid aminos and put some fucking teriyaki sauce up in that shit, bitch, and watch what the cat do to their motherfucking tongue. Bitch, yeah. Bitch, you didn't invite nobody over and they show up for dinner. You be like, bitch, well, I made us something in that pot, but you can have what's in that pot. Another thing, too, it made my ears pop. My ears fucking popped. I said, Jesus, that ginger and that distilled vinegar, girl, it got me right together, honey. Okay, and that what they call arspitic, thicerone, all those amino acids, bitch, they got me right together, bitch. I throw the whole fucking thing away. So I ended up having me some chili, what is that? Chili lime shrimp noodles, girl. Boiled that shit on the stove, put a little bit of that sauce up in it, girl, let it marinate it for a good 2 minutes, poured out most of the sauce, girl, ate the, ooh, girl, it was so good. Anyway. And I enjoyed it with, what is this called right here? Activated Superfood Popcorn by Living Intentions. Shout out to Living Intentions, honey. Hello? Anyway. So setting the intentions is, like I said, not the most important thing. It's not the least important things. But I will say that it's going to help move you into the direction you're trying to move into. Can I get a ashe, ashe, ashe? Come on in here. So going into that, set the intention is not just doing the work. Because people are like, well, if I clear out the space, clearly that was the intention. Yeah, but you got to call a spade a spade. You got to call shit out, sis. And going into the Bible scripture where it says that the Lord, thy God, needed to hear the confession with the tongue. Because, bitch, he already knew the fucking answer. But he said, I want to hear the tongue confess it. Oh, come on in here. And you got the tongue of the mouth and you got the tongue of the heart. Can we talk about it for a minute? So the tongue has power. It has unspoken power. And that's why they say life and death lies in the power of the motherfucking tongue. And if you're a hoodooist, you're a voodooist, or you're a simplyist, because, girl, everybody is new things nowadays, girl, So we ain't judging. We're going to be very, non-discriminatory, girl, because there's no discrimination in spirit. Okay. Um, but now we know that we need to really, really come in and say, this is what I want, walls. This is what I want, door. This is what I want, candles. This is what I want, sage. This is what I want, herbs. This is what I want, floor. Whatever. You want to give your intention to this moment right now, this millisecond, this second, this minute, this hour, however long it takes you to this damn ritual. You want to give it your all. So you're going to state, my intention is to do whatever it is you want to do. And of course, I've outlined, okay, and I want to just kind of give you an idea, okay, of how to set in this intention. Now, when I'm doing a 7-day ritual, and it's another little secret I'm going to share with y'all, I shouldn't be sharing it. But you know what? You know what? My people have been so good to me. My people have been so blessed, full with me, so pure with me, so loving with me, so understanding with me. Like, this brings me to First Corinthians, honey. That's the type of love I get from my supporters and people like you. Like, it means a lot to me. So the least I can do, because you're so far away, if you were in the same area, same city as me, maybe I'd say, honey, let me come over and show you how to cleanse your house the right way. So the least I can do is give you a little information, a little TT wee wee nini. Okay. So you, like I said, when I'm doing a 7-day ritual, 30-day ritual, 21-day ritual, 60-day ritual, 120 ritual, I mean, girl, okay, the most I've done was a girl was a 120. Okay. Yeah, that three girl. Yeah, man, we can't do no ritual for no damn year and not get no results by the third month. I mean, no shade to anybody out there, but girl, if it haven't happened in 6 months, it's time to hang that up, sis, or bruh. It's time to go in and hang down on that. Hang it up, hang it up. I need somebody to come up with a song called Hang It Up. Anyway, so every day you're doing this ritual, your intention should be spoken, and it could be the same intention, or you could change it up. We know, for example, if your intention is to bring in money, maybe the first day, you spoke the intention of, I will have all the money I need. Maybe the next day of the ritual, I got all the money I need. Maybe the next day of the ritual, I need $1,500, whatever. You're going to speak this out. You're going to have these intentions. You're going to speak it out and direct the energy into the working. And of course, this should happen before you light it. Okay. Before you light it, it should happen. I've noticed that it's worked the best for me. Going into like 7-day candles versus pillar candles, I always tell people I feel like there's more power in a ritual when you're able to snuff out and then burn again the same time every day, and just keep doing that, because each time you do it, you're going to add more oils to it, more seasoning to it. Okay, we'll call it seasoning, honey. They call it dressing and anointing. We're going to call it seasoning and salving. Come on in here. Seasoning and soothing. Oh, come on in here. Anyway, so you could go into, and it could be very, very simple, okay, with the intentions, okay? Very simple, intend or to set up, okay? You can use that, vice versa. I now set up, I now intend, whatever the case. But speaking of I, because on that I has power, right? I am powerful. I am beautiful. I am successful. We know that I has power. You're putting yourself in a place of power. You're crowning yourself. Oh, come on in here. You're pointing yourself the leadership role in all this. So you could say, I now intend to release all that does not serve me. Okay? So that I may become better than I was before. Okay? Another example. Now I set the intention to fill my life with love and abundance, right? So that I can be connected to my divine natural frequency. However you say it, it is powerful, it is efficient, it is sufficient, and it's definitely going to make some shit happen. Hey, I told y'all before, honey, we did rituals, and before we even did the shit, bitch, the shit popped down and locked it. Because, bitch, we prepared ourselves. We came in with the intention, and we know exactly what the fuck we were doing. We don't come in with, oh my God, what happens if this don't work? Bitch, screw that, okay? Screw that and screw that side of you that's saying that shit, okay? And whoever else said that shit. Bitch, it's not gonna happen. Why are you wasting your time? Bitch, screw them, okay? Screw them. And don't know, maybe I should say screw them because we know the words got power. We're gonna say block them. Block, ban, delete. BBD. That's what we're gonna do, girl. Block, ban, and motherfucker delete, bitch. Delete. I remember back in the day, what, 2 or 3 years ago, people would say, pause or side note. You know, they'll tell you a story, be like, pause, period, 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 side note, and they'll tell you the story. I'm like, so baby, what we talking, typing? We TTYNing, we talking, typing. I mean, you and I, like, bitch, what the fuck is going on? You and me now, like, girl. So if that's the case, bitch, they were gonna say, hold up, delete. That's how I'm gonna start saying when people say negative shit. Delete, backspace, backspace. Or we're gonna put shift. Oh, bitch, you trying it today? Shift. I'm gonna tell you a story about that too, bitch. Going into shifting and pausing and dotting, and all that good shit. Bitch, fuck that hoe. Anyway, once again, as long as your intentions come from your heart, it's gonna be powerful. You should always do things from your heart, only if you mean it. And I say this for everything, y'all. Stop doing shit for shit that does not matter. It should always come from the heart. This is where things work out for you. This is where your blessings come from. This is where the universe aligns you with your purpose. When it comes from the heart, not, I'm gonna do this to get more likes. I'm gonna do this to get more followers. I'm gonna do this to get people to like me. Like, fuck that. Everybody ain't gonna like you, bitch. And it's unfortunate that you would think that. It's unfortunate that you would put yourself, no, excuse me. It's unfortunate that you would think that you have to have everybody to like you. Because with or without those people, bitch, you're going to be you. Okay? You're going to be you. Okay? Fuck that. Anyway, setting the intention, like I said, should come from your heart space, and everything should be done from that space. We went into the chakras, went into how the heart is the information channel. We know that the RNA and DNA pass through the heart. We know that everything that you consume within your body passes through the heart. We know that every sexual experience you've had passed through the heart. We know that every relationship you've built it passed through the heart. We know that every interaction that you have is passed through the heart, whether it's good or bad. If you don't believe me, do your research on it. That's something you go to the doctor, they do an EKG and an EKG-CGC. I know I put too much shit on EKGC, EKCG, whatever. EKG or ECG. Bitch, I need to get back into my medical terms, honey. Either way, girl, they check the electromagnetic, okay, or the electricity of the motherfucking heart space. And we know that when that heart space is off of balance and is not right, then we know that the body is not right and the body is off balance. And we know when that happens, then there's a lot of shit going on within the bodies, not just the body, the bodies. Okay. So that's all I really want to share with you guys tonight. Unless of course y'all want to end this with a guided meditation, we can get into that too if you need help to quiet yourself down and to focus. Oh, breathe in and breathe out, nice and slow. Each time you inhale, you're bringing in the good. And each time you exhale, you're pushing the fucking haters away. Oh my goodness. Let's see what we got up in here, honey. Ow. Yes, honey, not the pot. Yes, come here, Lady K. Come here, Grand Madam. Long time no see. We hope you're well, Grand Madam. We hope you're well. We sing you love. We sing you light. Yes, honey, come in here. Corgone, Few York. Hey, Mystic, it's Joey. I felt the pull that you were live. Finally made. I know that's right. Listen, what's up with all these names, Joey, honey? Ow. Oh, now you got a spider on you? Oh, my God. Oh, I have arachnophobia. Ooh. I think I was smothered by tarantulas in a past life. Ooh, scary. Yes, Mystic with the teeth. Come on in there, honey. Listen, we always trying to come through with a pot or something. Okay. We always try to come through with a pot or something. Sometimes we get a little distracted. Okay. Oh, here we go. Not the pot. Sometimes, I want to come through with a pot of something, honey. And I like to give options too. We got a pot of jasmine. We got a pot of orange sickle. We got a pot of something new going on called cafe latte mocha choca. Give me some more of that, not mocha. Okay, hello. Okay, let's get into it, honey. That pot better be Teflon free, honey. Was actually glass. Okay, it's actually a glass pot. That's actually, wait, what's the name of that company? I got a cold tea brewer. What the hell is that damn company? Damn. Oh my God, I'm gonna have to check out the next time because I always bring shit up and I don't show y'all. I was gifted something 2 years ago that I've never used, and now it dawned on me like I need to start incorporating that. It's a cold tea brewer, and it comes with an insulated holder, and the glass is actually insulated too, and the glass has sacred geometry on it, and this is Reiki charged, and also something with the symbols. I can't remember, but it has something at the bottom too, but it charges. The tea, and I'm sigils and all that. I'm a big believer on that. um but yeah, really amazing, honey. Yes, honey. Grand Rise coming here. Shamanika Johnson, long time no see. Shamanika, okay, you pretty girl. What's up? Where you from, Shamanika? Yes, honey, I love that nose piercing right there. EKG. Yeah, what's the other one though? EKCG. What's the other one? EKG. Let me see. I think it's ECG. Oh my God, wait a minute. Yeah, it's ECG, EKG. And I be fucking like, what the fuck is that? Because I know it's electro something, like electrocardiogrammethymine or electrocardiogram. Yeah, electrocardiogram. Yeah, honey. Amazing. Yes, amazing, honey. Yes, honey. Ashe, yes, honey. Ow. Yes, I was living for the guided meditation. Okay. Listen, we can finish that off. Yeah, we can finish this off with guided meditation. Y'all, I got 2 shows that I need to watch. Listen, I want to get y'all caught up a little bit. So today or this week, we're shifting. We're shifting into a higher vibration and frequency. And literally, I'm about the natural stuff and keeping the body's energy up. So, of course, I'm getting into sound waves, or what they call it, sound therapy, and all this little natural stuff, y'all. But literally today, well, I called somebody 2 weeks ago. Well, let's give you just a little minor backup. So when manifestation is about to occur, or you shift into another vibration, and even going into the guided meditation I'm going to give you guys right now, it really helps to keep you focused, because the opposing energy that they call shaitans, Satan, the devil, the demon, whatever, the enemy, it's naturally attuned to you. So you don't have to have people doing workings against you to have bad luck. We've already talked about this before. We will say this again. We have fell from grace. Okay, we came from a very loving place, a place that was loving, understanding, nourishing, compassionate, empathetic, sympathetic, of all beings, right? And it had purpose. We fell from grace and we fell into this pit, right? This bottomless pit, if you want to call it that. It's a never ending rabbit hole. There's always some bullshit popping up. So there have been energy placed on you, right? It's like you have a demon on one side, an angel on the other side. That demon on that one side is really the energy that's built to work against you. And sometimes that energy brings friends, right? So this is why you got to always keep your vibration high, and you got to feed the angelic being more than the demonic being. Either way, that's too deep of a conversation. So you want to keep your energy balanced. So like I said, when you're playing with the angelic side and you're being, because the angelic being never gets jealous. The angelic being never gets oh my God, this bitch is dealing with that demonic bitch again. Yeah, the angelic being don't give a fuck about that. Okay. But it sits in the ways patiently. Like, okay, the bitch will find her way or his way. Okay. But when you're playing with the angelic being, the demonic entity does get jealous. The demonic entity does get angry, upset, and like, ooh, okay, let me bring out this bitch's worst fear. Because this energy works against you, but with you, if that makes sense. They both do, the angelic and the demonic. Either way, the demonic will then start to work with your fears. The demonic will then start to work with your addictions, past life trauma. And that's what will come up if you start to deal with the angelic being. That's why a lot of people are comfortable being negative and they're comfortable doing fuck the best shit because they don't want that demonic entity to get jealous. And this is a subconscious thing. Okay. If you did a meditation, you did whatever it is you need to do, however you connect with your higher self, this will all be revealed to you. So they get comfortable with doing bad shit, lying, cheating, and stealing and conning and defrauding the government and people because once again, they feel safe. That's comfort for them. Their fears will not come up. Their trauma will not come up. When they're dealing with the angelic being, they have to elevate out of that. So when they have to elevate out of that, now the demonic being shows its jealousy, it shows its wrath, it shows its disgust, it shows its cardinal tendencies and favors, and then bitch, things come up. So you might think you're manifesting, and all of a sudden, bitch, something pop up from years ago where you're like, fuck, where did this come from? I thought this was done with, and it was done with. But that demonic entity, once again, wants to keep you distracted from the angelic being because they knows that the angelic being is going to take you up and out of what you're dealing with right now. Which, of course, the final up and out is when you actually leave this world and you actually manifest or, get into the actual realm you're supposed to be in, what we call home. Either way, in this process, this demonic entity work against you, like I said, and bring up your fears and bring up your addictions. And that's why I keep telling y'all, if you feel like you want to smoke a joint, if you feel like you want to pop a rock, like whatever it is that you're doing, is it helping you or is it hurting you? Like, if it's not helping you, then it's definitely hurting you. And you might say, well, it's not really hurting me because I have anxiety and this helped me with my anxiety. But what's causing the anxiety though? Like, what's causing the phobia? What's causing the trauma? What's causing something to come up? And this is why we work on our past life trauma and our current life trauma. But this is what we should be doing when it comes to healing ourselves, what we call shadow work. And a lot of witches and gitches, okay, because some people are really gifted and talented. They're not trying to get you for your money and shit. But they don't understand that you have to work with yourself before you work with other people. You have to love yourself before you love other people. So the trauma with yourself and the trauma that you experienced that you yet to let go is still reliving in your head. Now you things come up for you. Okay. And so like I said, when you're manifesting and you're shifting your thoughts and your movement and who you deal with, now that energy that wanted you to stay where you were at now starts working 10 times harder. I think it's called the law of resistance. But it starts working 10 times harder to pull you back down. Okay. And in that process, like I said, that's just you knowing that you're actually manifesting. This is you knowing that you're actually excelling. That's why I tell y'all when we're doing even spiritual work. When I do spiritual work with you or I do spiritual work for you, and you're like, listen, Mystic, I did this and this happened. I'm like, listen, that's that demonic ass energy. And it's not you being demonic. It's that energy that was placed on you to say, bitch, no, you don't deserve this man. You don't deserve this job. You don't do whatever the case that is, however the hell that energy got on you, however, whatever, whenever. And that's what that is. So you got to work through that. You got to stay focused. You got to know for sure that you are in control and ultimately you determine what happens. And so, like I said, things come up. And for me, that's what happened this past week. A lot of stuff came up for me, and it wasn't fear or any of that. Just a lot of stuff, a lot of thoughts, a lot of ideas to excel. And it came up for me. I dealt with that stuff. Oh my God, y'all, crazy. And even going into something, good. I went to a place because I told you I'm into IV therapy, but a lot of places don't offer because you can't incubate that stuff. Anybody who knows about that knows what I'm talking about. So when you do IV therapy, that's when they take vitamins and herbs and stuff, and they put it directly into your bloodstream through an IV, like a saline solution and stuff. And they cannot incubate that. So they only order the stuff based on who's coming, right? And so they need to know for sure that people are coming in order to order it, basically. If they don't know that they're coming, they're not going to order it. Anyway, so the place I went to, there's not a lot of steady customers, and I'm not like regular. I don't go every fucking month. It's like every 2 or 3 months. I think the longest I've been without it was 6 months. So they just said all together, like, fuck it, we're gonna stop doing it. So I went to a new place, believe it or not, and I'm like, oh, girl, their website look cute. They're Middle Eastern. Not saying that mean anything, but it does. Not saying that mean anything, but it does. Okay. Beautiful people. I think they said the most gorgeous people in the world are from Middle East, Jordan, all the good shit. Anyway, so y'all, I go there for the consultation. Bitch, first of all, mama didn't know that I was transgender, but she had a transgender client, and mama was reading this client down. Bitch, she was calling the client a he, a she. Like, I was like, wait a minute. So that was the first thing. Second thing, honey, she's like, I need to do some lab work to make sure that before we get into any of this stuff, you're not pregnant or there's no. And I'm just like, okay, girl, we're gonna go along with it. Yeah, we're gonna go along because mama just read her transgender client down. So yeah, I don't want to have to, read this bitch the fuck down in her own office. We don't want to have to do that, darling. So then she's like, oh yeah, well, for the IV, I would only want to do the IV with you when you're a regular because I have to order it, and I knew this already. I'm like, oh yeah, I know. You can't, just have it sitting up. I know. So she's like, yeah, I want to make sure that I'm not going to pay for this product, which is anywhere from 300 to 1,000. And then, yeah, you don't show up and I got to throw this shit out. So I'm like, okay. But then mama was all like, because it's a med place too, like a medical spa. And so she was like, so what else, are you interested in doing? I was like, well, I just want to do the IV, but being as I'm here, I can always, deal with some improvement down the line. So what can I do to prevent wrinkle stuff? Because, I don't have wrinkles or anything right now, dark circles or nothing. So I just kind of want to get her input. So mama's like, well, the good thing about being darker complected is that you always look 20 years younger. And, she's like, take off your mask and your glass. I want to assess your face. So I took it off and she's like, yeah, you look really good. And she's like, how old are you? And I told her, and she's like, well, I would have guessed 25. So I was like, okay, so she's saying I don't need nothing. Girl, then she's like, well, you could prevent frown lines from coming in. We could do some fillers there. The part underneath your eye, I see there's a deprivated something. Basically, I don't have any bags underneath my eyes or anything. It's a deep set eye underneath it. And she was trying to say, yeah, that's a rare trait. It's very beautiful and handy when you're young, but when you get older, it start making it look like you're sick. Like, girl, this bitch was just flat out saying all this shit, y'all. So she was like, yeah, I could put fillers underneath there to make that full and beautiful. And then she said, also, if you wanted to like really tweak your face, I would suggest putting fillers in between your eyes where your nose is at, and that'll like contour your nose. And I was like, is something wrong with my nose? And she said, no, I was just giving you my pointers of what I think you could benefit from. And of course, I'm not telling you. So, and this lady have an accent, y'all. Very, very strong Middle Eastern accent. And I'm not telling you to do it, but of course, you said, what can you do to prevent? And I'm telling you, this is what I think you could do to kind of step your look up, your facial features up. And I'm like, oh, okay. So of course, I'm waiting for this bitch to cut in and say some shit about anything, FFS, transgender, anything. Of course, she didn't bring it up. So I was like, okay. So what can I get today? So of course, mama's like, well, we have a skincare line. Now, mind y'all, when I first came in there, mama said, you got good skin. Mama said, you look way younger, almost 10 years younger than what I actually am. So mama was already convinced that it was all good. Once I was like, but what can I do to prevent? Now mama's trying to sell me. So now there's a product which I actually was going to buy anyway because my electrolysis using, mama's 80-something years old and mama look 50. Julie seen her. Julie gave it verified, honey. Mama looked 50-something years old. Mama's skin looked snatched. And mama been using this shit for 30 years every single day. She said, you got to do it in the morning and at night. So I'm like, honey, if I could preserve my 30-year-oldness, honey, until I'm fucking 60 or 70, bitch, let me do it. Because mama said she started it in her 50s. So I'm like, wait a minute. If mama started in her fucking 50s, then, and she looking as good? Okay, bitch, yeah. And mama's afraid of the knife and shit too, so I trust that mama didn't get no facial work done. Like, I trust that. Mama's not a fan of that good shit. And also going into something with her eye, tell him like, yeah, mama would have got that fixed. No shade. But girl, this bitch is like, well, today you can actually start with this. Believe it or not, it's the line that the lady the electrolysis used. So I'm like, well, I was kind of interested in getting that anyway, but I think I'm gonna get it from them, not you. Because mama's like, yeah, we're selling it for this price, but the company is selling it higher. I don't think so, because there's something that I bought at a store before. And when I went to the actual manufacturer, the manufacturer was selling 12 for $55. And in the store, there was one for, I think, $4.79. So I was like, let me do the math right now, because if I get 12 of them, oh yeah, girl, they're trying to get me together. Y'all. So I get up there to the front. The guy, now she's a little bitch. The Middle Eastern guy works the desk, and girl, flawless guy. You know, you can tell he had some work done. He was flawless. Middle Eastern with like green, hazel colored eyes. They could have been contacts if they were some good ones, honey. He's like, "Hun, when you want to come back in?" I said, "We do 30 days because Mama says she wants some lab work before she can issue me an IV. So let's go ahead and do that." Y'all, fast forwarding. Now let me tell y'all I got work too. This is a little quick six hit. I mean, we're gonna be done. We've been on here for what, 54 minutes, honey. So I go. So we do the appointment, and Mama come flat out and said maybe she felt the energy. I don't know. She said also book call at the end of the day, just in case she cancels the appointment. We won't lose anything. Bitch! I said no, the fuck she didn't. I said I said thank you so much. I'll be in touch. Bitch, I ain't going back, and I'm gonna go on Google and write her a nice little review about that too. Like, bitch, the fuck out of here. First of all, bitch, you were trying to upsell me. Second of all, first of all, yeah, you look good, you look good. Then it's, oh, well, you can use this, you use that. No, baby, I could just uptake my collagen and my vitamin motherfucking C. Second of all, you guys also offer natural collagen boosting shit, which is microneedling. And mama could have said that too, but she didn't say that. So it's like, oh, she want me to do this shit because this shit is 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, and which is good and dandy because, like I told y'all before, Care Credit, you know, I got a good amount with Care Credit. Okay, almost $20,000 with Care Credit, girl. So it's like, yeah, honey, we can put that on Care Credit if need be. But I'm like, yeah, baby, if you're gonna upsell, I think I'll pass. But let me tell you how good God is. So I also wanted to get in on fitness, like keeping my body in shape. Okay, you know, I can't do little tricks anymore that I used to do. So what can I do? I need motivation. All my friends are either on a bad diet, in my opinion, eating 1 meal a day, intermediate fasting, or they're on a diet that I don't want to be on. So I was like, I need somebody who can support me and genuinely help me. And they can also monitor me from the inside. Like, okay, according to your blood, you know, you're good with this. You're gluten sensitive. So we want to keep your diet this way so you don't get diabetes. Whatever. That's what I want. So I literally found a place. I called them 2 weeks ago. I had no idea that they not only do weight stuff, they also do other shit. So I get there today as well. I had two fucking things, y'all. I had that bitch early this morning, and then I go to this appointment, and literally go in, everything is good. Bitch, they offered everything that I went to the first place to offer at a way cheaper price for one. Okay? A way cheaper price for one. For two, they were giving me everything, y'all. Like, I got a pamphlet right here. They went over everything. And for your height and your body type, and we're gonna do the blood work. You have to come back tomorrow or next week when you haven't ate nothing. And they gave me acupuncture right in my ear. There's some type of thing they put in here. I can read the paper. They put something in my ear to do something with your neurons and shit in your brain, so you don't overindulge and shit and don't crave sugars and all that good shit. Because that's my problem. Okay, I crave candy and shit every so often and hot Cheetos. And sometimes I could, say, okay, bitch, let me go to bed. Let me not deal with it. But bitch, I wake up in the middle of the night, I go use the restroom, and my mind go get that fucking bag of chips and I eat that shit. Now, mind y'all, okay, my waist is not bigger than 36 motherfucking inches. Let's keep that up, bitch. Okay, my waist do not go over. I think it has been 44 inches, but it has not been over 36, bitch, in this year. Okay, so keep that in mind, bitch. In my gut, I have little to no fucking gut. Okay, keep that in mind. But the lady was like, Yeah, based on what you're telling me now, we're checking everything now. Everything is good. She checked blood pressure. She checked lungs, heart. She's like, everything is strong, everything healthy. She checked the thyroid. She's like, it's good. So like I said, she gave me the little whatever, the acupuncture ear. They got it taped in there right now. She's like, go there every week to do that if I need to, or keep it in as long as I can, girl. I'm gonna try to keep it in there for 3 days, y'all. Anyway, you can't wash or nothing either. It's right above the ear. Uh, if I wasn't looking at hot mess, then I would show y'all. But anyway, maybe I'll take a picture and post it on here. But girl, they offer everything, bitch. Everything I wanted. They offer meal plans. Y'all, I got a meal plan thing right here. Meal plan. How many calories you should consume. They give you an idea of what you should be eating based on your body type, based on what they took. They took your measurements, they took your height. And I almost cried coming out of there because I said, bitch, this is really amazing. And not to mention, they offer the kind of shit I was looking for, cool sculpting to maintain my waist. Going into just the diet too. You should only eat according to your body type and all this good shit. You should only eat 85 grams of protein a day. You should only do whatever. And this is minimum. She said minimum should be 70 to 85. So either way, I'm like, girl, then it's telling you what you should do, and a list of it. Like, you should have 3 packages of protein, which is 15 grams per day. Then you would do 150 calories of carbohydrates, and then you could do 1 or 2 servings of that. You should have 3 to 4 fat servings of fat a day. Then they give you on a list of what that is. You should have potassium and sodium daily. It tells you how much you should consume of that. And also, you should take multi-daily vitamins. Okay, we know that collagen, so you don't have saggy ass skin. If you don't know that now, you know. And then also they give you food sources. And then of course, if you don't feel comfortable because you're like, listen, I went to the store, and I kind of feel like it's like a Weight Watchers thing. But you're like, listen, I don't feel comfortable going to the store to buy my own food. They have the shit there, y'all. You go there, it's like their own little mini store. Okay, we're gonna put you on a strict diet of soup, broths, protein, chips, bars, whatever, and they actually write that out and give it to you, and very cheap. 7 servings for $13. You get 7 servings of the protein bars, whatever, y'all. So like I said, they also offered the IV and the injection. So guess what I got today when I walked the fuck up out of there? My B12 shot. I got my vitamin C motherfucking shots and my glutathione fucking shot. Bitch, I said, bitch, the fuck out of here. Girl, what? So, girl, Miss IG Mane, she can keep. Oh, girl, I'm giving that bitch a fucking review as soon as I get up off here, girl. I'm going right on in, keeping the energy up. We're gonna be cute, but we're going right on in there. Oh, then they also said too, if the little calorie thing doesn't work for me, because she was like, we can give you appetite suppressants, metaphenol. What the fuck she say? What the fuck? Let me see. It's right here, y'all. What the fuck is this thing she said that she can give me? It is called phentermine. Yeah, phentermine. And anyway, yeah, phentermine. And she's like, yeah, you're gonna have to get on a sleeping schedule because diets work best. And I'm just like, that's the problem too. I don't have a sleeping schedule. I literally eat once or twice a day. And unfortunately, the once a day sometimes is right before bed. And that's the issue. So either way, honey, she's like, yeah, if you try this for a week and you're not liking it, then honey, we can subscribe you some appetite suppressants and blah, 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 blah. Da, da, da. And I'm just like, honey, listen, baby, we're going to do whatever we need to do to get me to my goal. Okay. My goal is 60 pounds. That's it. I got to go down 60 pounds. You will not believe that because of course I saw somebody a couple of weeks ago and she's like, I thought you gained weight, but you actually lost weight. In reality, I'm actually heavier than I was when she first saw me. I'm actually 27 pounds bigger than what I was when she first saw me. So I wear my weight very good. But of course, like I said, I want to be snatched, girl. I want to be girl. I want to be snatched, girl, without BBLs or none of that, bitch. I don't want a BBL. Hello? I don't want no BBL, none of that shit, bitch. I want to keep my naturally given body nice and smooth and soft and curvy. Okay? Hello? So I can go over there and Get my man in Dubai or get my man in Dominican Republic. Okay. Anyway, I done talked up a storm with y'all, honey. Listen, let's scroll up and see who this is, honey. Everything we see affects our heart rate. It's actually passed through. It sure does. Oh, hell yeah. The devil comes in the form of people and friends. I know that's right, honey. It's about to be 1 year since my ex friend Rose assaulted me brutally October 21st. She addicted to drugs. Mama attacked me with three other people on the bench, full moon and everything. Let her go. You better not be friends with her no more. Exactly at 11:11, you actually commented, Joey. It's crazy when your vibration rises from the demon takes over people around you. I tried to pull her out of that, and the demons pulled her back into it right before my eyes. It was insane. You know what's so crazy, Joey? Like, that is what's been the most healing part of me since I've relocated away from people I know. I don't live near nobody I know. Okay. Everyone I know is 2 hours plus away from me. And so in this process, you learn how to be alone, and you also learn that you can't really influence other people. And what I mean by that is people have to take control of their own life, and you cannot want for others what they don't want for themselves. And I drove myself crazy with that. It wasn't me trying to change people, it was me seeing people's potential and saying, damn, like, you really could be a good singer. You really could be a good doctor. You really could be a good lawyer. And this is what they wanted to do. Like, I really see you doing this. I really see you doing that. And literally, they just throw it all away for drugs, alcohol, sex, whatever the case. And I'm just like, fuck. So it would drive me crazy. I couldn't sleep at night. Okay, I could not sleep at night. Like, what the fuck? Why the fuck? And so it's like, wow, everything cannot be a certain way. And so with you, like I said, I encourage you, with your friends and your people, unfortunately, that is a bad trait of empathetic people or hypersensitive people. We care for people more than they care for themselves. Honestly, we see they're good. We see what they could benefit from. We're like, yeah, you got to end that relationship. Yeah, you got to stop doing those drugs. Yeah, you got to get out of that. But we can't force them. They don't want it. Then, bitch, we gotta say, bitch, you don't want it. I want it for you, bitch. We can't be friends. And like I said, it's hard. It's hard, honey. Yeah, it's very hard. It's very hard. Trust when I tell you that. It's very hard. A piece of you dies off and you mourn that piece of you because they're like, fuck, like, this relationship was so good. But there's better to come. There's more to come. And the time that you're spending, once again, with yourself, building yourself up, and I honestly encourage that for a lot of people, honey. The friends you have now, honey, keep them long distance. Bitch, you gotta go. What's the part of the world that you want to move into? Wherever it is, go. Or you don't gotta know people there, bitch. Go there. Your spirits are with you. Like, who cares? Go there, be good, and whatever's meant to come will come. Whatever's meant to be will be. People, friends, whatever. They may see you and they may say, bitch, I'm ready to come along and start my healing journey too. They may be on the same journey you're on, and you both meet up in this place of healing. Like, it's really, really, really mind blowing of how the universe works when you work for yourself. And what I mean by that is you saying, this is what I fucking want. This is what I want to do with my life. Your life is your life, and you owe nobody anything. Okay? Everything you do is for you. Okay? And it should be only for you. Okay? Good night, Grand Madam. Yes, good night, honey. Love and light. Some people are born with saggy bottom lids. My husband being Russian when he was a baby, he had really cute slanted eyes that sag. Oh, they call those droopy eyes. You said it. It's the shape of the eye. You said it, droopy eyes. Yeah. You said it, honey. Yeah. Wide set, piercing, all that good stuff. So listen, before we go, anxiety could be kicking your ass like it's kicking my ass. Okay? Right before the new moon. Okay? Right before the new moon. When this energy is pulling through, because we know this new moon is going to be big, we know the full moon going to be big. Okay? So we want to go into a simple exercise. And we know, and there's a song that just came to my head, just breathe. Boom, 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 boom. Hey, Google, play Just Breathe.
Just Breathe by Pearl Jam. Sure. Playing on YouTube Music.
Oh, that ain't it. Hey Google, stop. Yeah, that ain't it. There's a song, damn. It was on a commercial back in the day, y'all. Oh my god, it was on a Kia Soul commercial way back in the day. It's a house song. Boom, boom, boom. Pop music. Oh my god, hey Google. Hey Google. Play Just Breathe by Pop Music.
Sure. Here's a YouTube music playlist called Just Breathe.
No. Is that it? Okay. Hey Google. Stop. I'm about to find a damn song, y'all. Anyway, just breathe, honey. Just breathing helps to center your thoughts. It helps to relax you. And we know that your nervous system, okay, if you don't know what the nervous system do your research. Okay, when you're stressed the fuck out, okay, the nervous system becomes fucked up. And we know good and mighty that when the nervous system gets fucked up, you get a lot of shit. I think going into lupus and all that shit too, that's autoimmunity, but I think that also connects to the nerves too. So either way, breathing deeply will reset your nervous system. Okay. And I want to walk you through a mind centering, okay? A mind centering, okay? We got to say it one more time. A mind centering guided meditation. So, of course, we know that breathing is very easy, very simple, and you do it every day, every second, every minute. But we want to take this time to focus our intentions on our breath. And we want to do deep, what they call diaphragmatic breaths. Okay? You're going to sit up straight or lay flat, whichever is comfortable for you. You should not be slouched over. And you're going to breathe in as deep as you can. What we mean by that is just sucking it all in. Okay? And easily to not, okay, not that, but just nice, smooth, and soft. And you're going to let it out. Like I said, very deep. Being straight up, standing straight up, or laying straight down will help you to achieve this. Okay? You're going to do this very, very slow. And you're going to do 3 of them. Okay? And I'm going to do them with you, honey. 1, 2, 3. And I like doing that because it just really relaxes you. And it really just stirs up some type of prana when you're making that deep exhaling noise. Then you're going to, once again, breathe again. And you're going to hold it for 4 seconds, counting mentally to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you're going to exhale for 4 seconds, counting mentally. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's just how slow the deep breath should be. Okay, let's try that, counting 1 to 4. Ready? By the time you finish the 4, it should be cleared all the way out. And of course, that is the first round. Once you've done this, okay, you're going to repeat this breathing with even counting for the next 2 minutes. Okay, so you're going to be doing 1, 2, 3, 4 with each deep breath, and 1, 2, 3, 4 with each exhaling. There should be a total of 12 rounds of this for you to really get into this space, okay? Remember to do deep breaths as you're counting, okay? And of course, let me walk you through that, okay? So let's do it. Round 1. Round 2. Round 3. Round 4. Round 5. Round 6. Round 7. Round 8. Round 9. Round 10. Round 11. Round 12. Now, each round that you did, your eyes should have also been closed. That helps to keep you centered and focused only on your breathing. When you're finished, open your eyes and notice how you feel. How are you feeling energetically? What are you thinking? What's the first thing that comes to mind? Okay. Also, it would help to keep a journal for when you do this to help, kind of keep not keep you on track, but kind of keep you focused um on how you're feeling when you're doing these exercises. Oh yeah, that really relaxed me, honey. I'm like, wait, what who the what a hino and a hini? Okay. As I said before, this exercise is meant to regulate your nervous system as well as to help you concentrate. Because the whole time I was talking, you had to concentrate on the counting, what I was saying, and then also you were doing it yourself. So, doing this regularly as much as you need to, how often as you need to, will definitely help to regulate your nervous system. So, anyway, y'all, that's it for tonight, okay, this morning, this evening. Okay, this is a transition of winter solstice coming into effect. Yes, it is. Come on in there, honey. We're dealing with the last new moon of the summer. Am I correct? Is this the last new moon of the summer? Yes, we're dealing with the last new moon of the summer. Praise you, God. It's time for the cold rain. Anyway, come on in here. Ah, yes, honey. Opening the third eye guided with Mother Mystic. Come on in here. Thank you so much. Come on in, Jaliel. Yes, honey. Thank you so much for being a part of this experience, honey. Tonight is the night. Listen, y'all. Of course, we'll come back. Um, we need to get back into what is it? Ancient something I did. Shit, something I said about astrology. We need to get back into that. We need to do a midnight metanoia, honey. If we're gonna do that this week, we need to just jump right into it, honey. We need to jump right into it, okay? I'm doing a lot of tea, y'all, a lot of tea, wee, lee, lee, gee, 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 gee. Okay. Monday or Tuesday it ends for sure. So I'm like, maybe we'll do a back-to-back midnight metanoia next week, but I want to try to do one this week. Anyway, y'all. Love and light. Oh, look at my mama. She want to be by her mama. I know. Baby, stay over there, motherfucker. Yes, honey. That really helps my asthma. I can actually deep breathe when you have asthma. Breathing fast just makes it constrict the power of the lungs. There you go. I was actually telling someone this. If you go to Sprouts, Joey, okay, they're trained, right? In Sprouts. You go to Sprouts, they have people that are selling the herbs and stuff, and like I said, they're trained in the herbs and all the good stuff. They have something there for bronchial and asthmatic support, or something called immune support. Oh my God, I bought my mom some because it's good for people that smoke too. So what happens is this dilates your bronchial tubes and also help your lungs to expand. It keeps it nice and soft. And of course, anybody can use this. But either way, I would definitely encourage you to go to Sprout to get that stuff. Also, going into exercise, they have breathing exercise to also strengthen your lungs, to kind of reduce. Now, they're not saying this is going to heal your asthma, but from people I know, okay, they used to do inhalers every day, all day, to now doing it like once every so often. Okay. And I really think that the every so often is in their mind. I really do think that because I'm like, honey, if you can go walking up that hill without breathing heavy and needing a pump, oh girl, you can go, yeah, honey, you can go a long time without it. But I would definitely encourage you to get into that. Okay, strengthening that lungs, clearing out those airways, and then of course you used to smoke weed with asthma. I heard that. I heard the fuck out of that. You were gambling, honey, huh? You were like Ron. What's his name from Ron DNC? Joey. No, what's that guy's name? Yeah, I think his name is Joey too. Yes, his name is Joey too. From Ron, Reverend Ron, honey. He had a perforated lung, honey, from smoking weed. So I'm like, oh, you were really gambling with that, huh? All right, that ain't nobody mad at you, honey. Ain't nobody mad. Okay. When do you think asthma is spiritually? Well, I think that every illness that we get in this body is something coming up. I want to give you a good example. Someone I know used to live very confined to their life, right? Their lifestyle and all that. When I say very confined, they used to care what people think of them, family, friends, all these people. But when this person met me, I basically showed them like you don't have to be refined, right? And of course, I'm just being me. So we went places, and I was, me, loud, whatever. And so this person was a little embarrassed, but this person once again um, got out of their shell. So slowly but surely, after meeting this person several years ago, they've been more upfront with themselves. Now, the time of this them being in a shell, they were trying to get a surgical procedure. And the doctor actually said, there's something coming up with your liver and something coming up with your kidney, so we cannot perform on you. And we honestly recommend you losing weight before we do any operation on you. So, of course, very similar to my story, even though they didn't say that, they said I had high blood pressure. And it was like, girl, no, the fuck I don't. But that's what they were trying to say. So they wanted more money and shit. So I was like, Mom, yeah, if this is true, then mama needs to find either another doctor or mama needs to, change her lifestyle. So either way, time went on. She opened up. She became more of herself. Started not really caring about what people thought of her, family and friends. I literally was on the phone where she told her mother, who was very abusive and controlling, to fuck off. Now, of course, I was like, oh, girl, how could you tell that to your own mother? Because I wish I would say that to my mom, girl. She'd be down here in a fucking girl. I'd probably close my eyes after saying that, girl. She'd be right here. Anyway, so I'm like, oh, girl. But then I'm like, well, she said this mother was manipulative, controlling, disrespectful, and even did some very, CPS shit, where CPS should have came in and took this girl and her siblings from her mother. So I'm like, okay. So after this woman did this, y'all, she had all these health problems before this. Fast forwarding, this person caught CR19. When this person caught CR19, they were in pain and all that good stuff. So they had to go to the doctor. They did all this blood work and stuff. Everything was fine. They had nothing wrong with it but just the CR19 complications. Fast forwarding, a couple of weeks ago, this individual had an egg salad, which was packed with eggs, and I told her, you got to be careful with eggs because eggs have so many minerals and nutrients in them and they're so concentrated that if you eat too many in one sitting, you could become sick. Like, you really could become sick. Like, your blood gets tainted and shit. So the bitch was like, oh, here we go, Dr. Mia. And I said, okay, girl. Well, that ain't my business, girl. It's your body, not my body. She made this egg salad. And, honey, the next day, Mom was back in the ER. This was just a week and a half ago. Back in the ER. Now, mind you, I knew that her vital stuff was clear, right? During the CR19 thing a year ago. But I guess I had to get reassurance when she went to the ER because I'm like, girl, something is not right if you're feeling nauseous and throwing up and shit. So it was something with the eggs. And to make a long story short, Mama is 300 pounds. And she is 6'1". Okay. So that's pretty big for a big person. And the bitch looks obese. If you see the person, you're like, damn, you're really obese. But this person does not have asthma. They do not have a weak heart, a weak lung, none of that. They took all that shit out. Okay. Not to mention she did catch CR19 and did not pass away, being an obese person, being overweight. You look that up. 6'1", whether you're a man or a woman, 300 pounds is overweight. You're overweight being that way. I mean, like, you're obese. They took her blood pressure, and her blood pressure was, I think, 119 or 120 over 70. So once again, an obese person who likes to eat out. This bitch eat Jack in the Box. I mean, girl, Taco Bell, grilled this, grilled that. I kid you not, this bitch eat horrible. And this bitch is also 32 years old, by the way. But no high blood pressure, no high cholesterol, no diabetes, no none of that. So I'm saying all that to say is, like, it's really about your mindset. This person's a very free, non-caring person. They don't care about nothing. They don't care if you know their tea. They don't care about none of that shit. Okay, they used to. Okay, when they had the kidney problem and the liver problem, but now they don't have that. And I'm not saying that's with everybody, but I'm just saying I really do feel like our dis-eases and disconnections really are us not living our truth, us not living the life that we should be living, us not being honest with ourselves. Because it's not about other people, it's about you. And that's what it comes to. So I do feel like asthma is definitely about suppressing, or suppression, something being suppressed. Maybe you were, um, uh, disciplined badly as a kid. Maybe your parents told you to shut the fuck up and I bet not hear you breathe. I don't know. But something definitely comes up with that. Even if it's not this life, it could be past life trauma coming up. Second of all, literally not being self acceptance, being shameful about your life, being regretful about your life can also develop asthma. You can look into this. It would also cause you to become asthmatic. Another thing too, this typically connects with the parents. So there's one of your parents that you are connected to that you loved, that you adored. And once again, it could be this life or your past life because the trauma never leaves. Everything that you experience is the imprint of your past, your present, and your future. We went into the bodies. So all this stuff is stored within your etheric template. So there could be in this life or your past life that you were connected with a very, like a parent or a guardian. You loved them so much, right? Like you would do anything for them, good or bad. And they did not give you respect. They did not give you or show you the support that you needed. And once again, that goes into suppressing. So now you're like, I'm gonna turn this hate inward. Now I would have gave it to you. Now I would have, opened up to you, mommy, daddy, grandma, grandpa, whoever took care of you, whoever was this guardian figure. And now you felt so cold and so disconnected and so isolated. And so now you feel like you can't breathe. And think about this too. When the average person is having a panic attack or anxiety attack, they're like, oh my God, I can't breathe. I can't breathe. Even when they're shocked, right? When people are shocked at something, oh my God, I can't breathe. I can't believe this shit. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. So all this goes into the lungs and how the lungs function. So to answer your question, the long way and the short way, I do think that asthma is definitely, just like many other diseases, are spiritual. Like what makes people who eat Jack in the Box every day get high blood pressure and sometimes diabetic? There's people I know that are diabetic and they ate clean, they ate good. What made them get it and then the people that eat the worst not get it? So it's like I think all of this goes into that and going into the bodies and why it's so important to nourish the bodies, to meditate, to align your stuff up with frequencies and vibrations. And also, if it's not in the food, it needs to be in your environment. Okay? Two important things. Your environment needs to match up, or the shit you put in your body needs to match up. If your environment is fucked up and the people you fucking with is fucked up, then your bodies are gonna get fucked up. Now you're gonna have high blood pressure. Now, oh my God, I get migraines. Now all of a sudden I just found out I have cancer. I found out I have cirrhosis. Like all this stuff will start to come to the surface because the bodies are being blocked. The bodies are being broken. Okay. And it's really, really something to take very serious. Of course, when your health come in. Okay. So that's all I want to leave you with, honey. I wish you the best. As I said, I'm not a doctor, but I'm definitely sharing you with you my point of view and my personal experiences or people or things I've witnessed from people I know. Okay. So anyway, love and light, everybody. Please take care. As always, be good to yourself, honey, and try to do one good deed, y'all, today. Okay. You see a young woman, old woman, black woman, gay woman, straight woman, trans man, whoever, whatever. You see somebody who's another human being like you see them, hold the door for them. Maybe they're able to hold the door, but still hold the door. Maybe it's your turn to go at the stop sign. Let someone else go. Maybe you about to go get a parking spot. Let them get that parking spot. Like do one good deed today and every single day for someone and see what that does for your life. It does some amazing things. It does some amazing things. So that's really it, honey. Yeah, it's weird because my asthma has went away for years, then it comes back after trauma. There you go. There you go. There you go. You just confirmed it. There you go. There you go. Look up spiritual meaning behind asthma and watch what you find, Joey. Really, 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 really interesting. Okay. Very interesting. Anyway, yes, thank you so much. Thank y'all for coming by here tonight. All of you who've come in here so late, so spontaneously. I really do appreciate you. And I definitely send you a lot of love and light. Like I say, stay positive. Okay. Do some good deeds. Raise that vibration. Prepare for this new moon. Okay. The new moon is definitely going to be great. And she's definitely going to be sowing some seeds for the full moon. That is what, the 7th or the 11th? Anyway, somewhere around there, honey. It could even be the 13, 14. Anyway, y'all, love and lights, peace and blessings, and definitely namaste. Bye for now.